Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 Premium SPG that we know and love as Fifi La Pew Pew. You might know as a leFH, a leaf blower, or a leHEPA. This one is located on the northeast spawn of Karelia, and it's under the command of, well, his name says Raphael, so I suppose that's what we'll call him for the rest of the battle. Game on! Oh, by the way, he's in the OBORA clan. Okay, 105mm light field howitzer. It's the most popular gun that the Germans made during the war. Well, I say popular, it was the one they fabricated the most of. And in fact, if you were hit by German artillery, the chances are it was one of these during the war because they made so many of them. It's a 1918 design, First World War design, but it was very effective. And they fitted it to the Char B1s that they captured. Okay, he's ready to go. Looking for a target. He's found one. Panzer IV. Fortunately, the first shot doesn't go near the target, but he's got another one, a P2640, who's coming up the slope. Just misses him. Okay, there's lots of enemy tanks on the horseshoe now. P2640 looks to be the best option because he's coming up slowly. That looks about right. And he got a direct hit. So yes, he definitely touched that guy. It's a tier 6 game with tier 4 tanks in it. So he's going to have a lot of enemy tanks which are very, very small and light and easy to kill. Mind you, that the enemy does have a few tanks which he will find difficult. One of those is the Panzer IV. Yeah, and the enemy does have a really good player in it as well. Of course, the IV is the Panther with a Panzer IV turret. It's got a very fast fire rate on a 75mm main gun. You can't see the enemy on the horseshoe at the moment because nobody's spotting them up there. So at the moment, no fire. Ah, okay, that's better. There's the IV, rounds out. Just misses him. Yeah, it's a very good little premium tank, this one, if you do get hold of one, because it's rather OP. Fires one in to try and get a shot on him. Loses sight of him, but okay, we do have some enemy tanks over here. The T28. That's tier 4. Very light armor. And the KV2, tier 6. That's a little heavier. Oh, gets a lovely shot. 157. Doesn't penetrate it because he's hitting the frontal armor. And of course, that guy just fired his 15cm main gun. The M10. Well, it's actually 152mm. T28 there. Hiding behind the rock. Now, if we can get a shot on him, we'll probably penetrate his armor, because this gun will do 410 alpha and penetrate 53mm of armor. It's also got a 2-meter splash radius. There he comes. He's making a dash for it. Oh, we missed the chance to get him there, but he's going to go behind that rock, and that means we'll probably get him now. Oh, that first shot didn't get him. But we're dialing in, and the next shot should do the damage. Yes, it does. And it is a penetrating shot for 379. Unfortunately, we lose a tank there, but the next shell should kill the guy if we can get it on target. He's still trying to avoid being hit. Rounds out. Oh, well, we missed out on the kill there because our teammate in the Jagdpanzer IV, the Flat Panzer, managed to get the kill. Okay, we've got a Sav M48 over there. That's a tier 4 Swedish. We missed the shot there, but the Su-76M behind him is also tier 4. And that's another penetrating shot right on the frontal armor. That's where the driver's situated, so he's probably lost his driver. Okay, we fired one quick round. Oh, my God, he got a kill with the P26. That was the P26 up on the horseshoe, I believe, or was he closer? Well, it was a very good shot. Now we've got the B42 Chakotay. Now that's the guy with the 4.5-inch gun. And he got that guy too! And he did pull away after he fired, unfortunately. We don't normally sanction that. We don't like it because obviously you want to see exactly where the shell hit the target. But there's a number of enemy tanks out there who are going down. We're still 4 tanks down on the enemy though. So they're way ahead of us. And the unfortunate thing is that KV2 that we saw over at the northwest corner of the map, he's now getting closer to us. He's driving along that route. And in fact, now the AMX CLC has got to contend with his opposite number. And we can't get a shot on him because that big rock's in the way. In fact, the enemy's starting to close in on our cap area. That was a good shot. 155 hit points. Next shot should kill him. We're just waiting for the reload. In fact, it's another one killed by a teammate. And this time the Jagdpanzer IV again. Unfortunately, we lost our AMX CLC because the KV2 got him. And the Panzer IV on the enemy team managed to kill our P2640. So, okay, so we're expecting the KV2 to come around that corner. The ELC needs to fall back because he needs to spot, but he doesn't need to die to the KV2. And I reckon he's going to spot that KV2 very shortly. Now, that's speculative shooting based on the fact that he's probably there. Yes, he is there. And it worked. Okay, rounds out. That's a direct hit. And yes, 155 hit points. It hit the frontal armor. Can he get a kill shot with this one? Yes, he does! That was directly on top of the turret. The Su-76 is being very bold, but also very silly because, of course, he knows that there's a VP firing at him. He dodged that one, but I'm not sure he's going to dodge the next one if he stays exactly where he is. Rounds out. Yep, that's the end of him, and that's our 4th kill. So even though the enemy is closing in on the cap, one by one, they're being wrecked. They're not all coming at the same time. They're coming one at a time. T-78. 90mm armed. He took a direct hit there. He's only got chaffy armor, which means the most armor is on the front of the turret, and that's it. 25.4mm everywhere around the vehicle. Okay, we've got a Matilda who's just been badly hit. Now, can we get a kill shot? It's being pushed away by his teammate. And the Matilda goes down, taken out by the heavy tank number 6. We're trying to get the VK. We tracked him and put 133 hit points out of him. Now we're going for the T-3485. Rounds out. Fires another one in. Oh, that was a penetrating shot. He switched ammo there. I didn't see that, but yeah, he did switch ammo and he did get a penetrating hit on the T-34. And the heavy tank number 6 said, thank you very much, and I'll take that kill for you. We're still loading the heat rounds. That one just overcooked, went right over the top of him, made an expensive hole in the ground, but the next shot should hit the turret. It hits the rock face, unfortunately. I mean, he's telling the heavy tank number 6 to fall back because he wants the VK to come forward so he can put a round directly into him. It'll finish him off because the alpha on the heat rounds is 350. He's saying, fall back. Don't try and tempt him like that. Okay. Well, we know that Panzer IV is out there somewhere. In fact, he's just been spotted. He's on the South Pass. So we now know where he is. We're dialing in on his position. You see that deadly Panther hull with the Panzer IV turret. We lost sight of the VK. Now we can see him again. Now that was unfortunate. The VK just killed our Honing 2. There's only 3 enemies remaining. Our AMX, at the meanwhile, is actually making a quick dash right down the center of the map towards the enemy cap area. There's still an enemy Arty in play. It's a Fifi like us. And there's the VK again, keeps popping up. I get the feeling the Panzervormvier will try and go around. He'll try and go around this roadblock, trying to avoid the heavy tank number 6. Okay, we're dialing in on that corner again. We've still got the HE loaded though, not the heat rounds. And there's the Vormvier. He didn't try to go around. And he's getting shots on the heavy tank. In fact, he takes him down. I did say that that's a deadly tank. Now we can kill this VK. We missed him with the heat round. He managed to dodge us. And now we've got nobody spotting them, so they've gone unspotted. We can see that our tank moved there, so somebody was actually moving him. Ah, there's the VK. Okay. So let it settle. Now. Perfect. It was a penetrating well, it was 152 hit points, but we lost our Jagdpanzervier. We're firing blind now. So we're 2 tanks short of a Top Gun. We're facing that Vormvier and also the VK3001P. Now we can kill the VK with a heat round, but I'm not sure we've got any heat rounds left. He's decided to use the HE instead. He does have a good view range, this Arty. 390 meters, so he can see the guys if they're coming. They probably can't see him. Their view range is not quite as good as his. Now the view range for this Arty is down to the fact that the Arty itself, or the gun, is mounted very high on a heavy tank. So it's presuming that with a pair of binos, or at least with the spotting equipment, they can see the guy coming. In fact, he spotted it. Now, auto aim on. Yeah, there you go. Because it's an artillery piece, it would arc the shell. You don't need to worry about the ground between you and the enemy. It should arc the shell towards the target. So he killed that one, but he did take 1 round for 225 from the VK. Of course, that was an 88mm gun. 220 Alpha. We're still waiting for that Panzervormvier to come up. And he's the last enemy. It seems their enemy Arty has been wiped out by AMX ELC Biz. He's down the other end. So we're waiting for the Vormvier to get close enough so we can put a round into him. Oh, and unfortunately the Vormvier has just killed our ELC. And we didn't see it happening. So he's going to change position, and I think he's going to use one of these bushes here, hopefully to spot the Vormvier when he comes up to try and cap. No, he's decided against doing that. It looks like he's going to try and spot the enemy from up high. Using these bushes here. This Arty doesn't traverse very, very quickly. 22.9 degrees per second. So if the enemy does try to sneak up on you, it's difficult to turn to face the enemy quick. I get the feeling the Vormvier will try and sneak up. There's every reason why he would sneak up. Okay, so are you going to use the bushes? Yes, that's what he's going to do. He's going to hide. Oh, no, he's looking out this way. He's trying to get a view. Admittedly, that is still bushed. So the enemy, if he does come up the other side, he shouldn't see him either way. Now, knocking a tree down is okay at this stage of the game because, of course, they've got no Arty to see the tree being knocked down. But here he comes. Now, auto aim on. And he gets him with one shot. And he picked up a Starks medal right at the end and won that game. Very, very well played. Well, that was a cracking battle by rafaelloszczecin. At least I think, is that Sketchin? Of the OBORA clan. In the FIFI, he managed to get an ace tanker out of that game, as well as his second mark of excellence. Very well done. He also got a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 15. He got a Starks medal. He took at least 2 shots from the enemy, lost 2/3 of his hit points in the process, managed to kill at least 2 enemy vehicles, and still survived the battle. It's a very difficult medal to get, but if you do get one, you've certainly been through the wars. And on top of that, he got a Gauze medal for doing more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points of his own vehicle, the High Caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and he got a Top Gun as well for getting at least 6 kills. In fact, he got 6 exactly. His win rate was 10,951. And the fact that he did that in a tier 6 game with tier 4 tanks in it is even more spectacular, which meant that he did most of the damage for his team. Let's have a look at the team scores. Yes, there you go. 2,985 hit points of damage was the High Caliber in this one. Second highest damage was the Panzerpumpe. Yes, 2,126. Those are deadly tanks. He picked up a Confederate. The third highest damage in the game turned out to be our heavy tank number 6. He did do a bit of damage, but he took on 2 tanks at once. Once the Pumpe came around the corner with the VK, I think it was 2 against 1, he wasn't going to survive that. 2,054 hit points in third place to him. When it came to kills, yep, Raffaello got that one as well. 6 kills to him. 4 kills went to the Jagdpanzer 4, who was actually snapping up the kills that we couldn't get. He actually got 2 of the tanks that we would have taken. So this would have been a Radley Waters, but for the fact that that guy killed the Su-76 and the T-28. Yes, those are 2 of the kills the Flak Panzer managed to kill. The heavy tank number 6 got 3 kills in third place, along with the VK3001P and the KB2 on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, he's got that one as well. So he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,268 went to Raffaello. 1,138 went to the heavy tank number 6. And they were the only 2 managed to make it over 1,000, with 819 going to the Flak Panzer. He got 41 shots fired. He still had 9 rounds spare at the end of the game. Got 15 direct hits on the enemy and 4 penetrating shots, 20 splash. 2,985 hit points of damage, of which 2,766 were up more than 300 meters. So 200 hit points of damage at close range. 2 hits received from the enemy, both penetrations, one from the VK and the other one from the Panzerpumpe. Luckily, that second one didn't kill him. 11 enemy vehicles damaged, 6 kills. So yes, he was on the way to getting a Pools medal, you could say, but tanks were taken away from him by his teammates. He also picked up 4,656 credits profit on that game. Yes, he did get a consumables cost to it, but yes, he did make a profit after overall. And 2,663 experience points out of the game as well. So yes, a nice game there to get your second mark of excellence. It really shows that you are a force to be reckoned with the VP. The fact that you took on a Panzerpumpe and basically tore him a new one with that game, winning the game, shows that even though Death Train was a good player, he still wasn't up to be facing a Fifi when the guy's on his game. We're certainly on your A game in this one. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like, and thank you for watching.